So another good question on Piazza is, what happens if some voltage sources are not defined? So I changed the circuit to only define these 5 voltages. So everything else that I had originally posted, let's assume they are not defined, right? So the same, more or less the same circuit. So I'm still leaving extra grounds here, so that you guys have more experience with many grounds, but it could have been no grounds. VR2 is the first question. So here's the voltage across the resistor 2. Resistor 2 is not defined. And it turns out this is in parallel with V7, because on this side is ground. So this is the green sides, this is the green side. And then I'm gonna paint the other node. This is red. So it turns out VR2 is in parallel with V7, except the arrow of the multimeter, of our abstract multimeter, is pointing to the minus side of V7. So really VR2 is minus V7. And V7 doesn't need to be defined. I don't know the value, but whenever you tell me a value, I'm gonna, do the minus V7 and get you the voltage. Some of them are definable or are half definable. So VC is a nodal voltage, so it's in relationship to ground here. So it's really V1 plus V2 plus V9. So V1 is V1 plus V2 plus V9, but now I don't have V9, but I do have V1 and V2, so it's really V9 plus 12. VI, I don't know where VI is. Here's VI. It's going to be minus V5, minus V6. And then again, nobody gave me V6, so I'm going to say minus 6, minus V6. And then VL is here. Again, I'm going to see how it goes to ground, so it's going to be minus V7 plus V8 minus V14. And then I don't have any of these, actually. And VKL. VKL means that I'm going to put the plus of the multimeter on this side, the minus here. VKL is really VK minus VL, which is really V14. And then if I swap, VLK is VL minus VK. It's going to be minus V14. Of course, if I had asked an even simpler one, VA, for example, is 5 volts. What is VAB, which is VA minus VB? Is minus V2, which is minus 7 volts. And if I just had asked VB, these are all defined actually, so it's not even fair. VB would be V1 plus V2. I guess I already did this one somewhere else. 12 volts. So I guess I did that here. So VC is really VB plus V9. I hope this answers the question. When I have undefined power supplies, I can leave them, indicated, so I don't know really what V14 is. Actually, I take that back. Maybe I don't, the problem doesn't give me the answer, so I can't do anything with it. A lot of these that are nodal voltages assume the ground here. If there was no ground, I would have to define ground to find a nodal voltage. But a lot of these don't need any ground. So VAB, VLK, VKL, these are all the same answer if you have ground or no ground.